My series of SAP for beginners. We are starting chapter 10 and we were discussing for the material master different views. There is a continuation video from chapter 9. So if you are joining for the first time, I will say that you go through the chapter 9 and it's just a continuation from there. So we start the discussion from there. So in the previous chapter, we are talking about all the sales related activity. Now we are coming to another important point, which is the procurement and manufacturing, and how material number is linked with that. So for that, we have to a few views we will discuss, which is MRP views, MRP1, MRP2, MRP3, and so on and so forth. And if you want to shift different views, you can see there are certain arrows there. You have to click there, you can go from one views to other. MRP views. So first of all, let me explain what is MRP. MRP is a program in SAP which is called Material Resource Planning, which helps in SAP. There is a module called SAP PP module where we do the supply chain planning, and for doing the supply chain planning, it is necessary for us to find out that which particular optimum planning will be suitable for that particular production process. Now to so in one of the challenge in any manufacturing industry is we will have to plan the raw material and put the necessary raw material or other purchase material in such a way that the finished good production remains continue. So that material resource planning is done in PP module, and for that there are certain fields which you should mention into the particular material master, so that when the program is look for that particular area, they can take up actually. So first most important is that it's called purchase group. So what is purchase group? So purchase group just go little up. I was here. So in MRP view 1, when you do that, the most important is the purchase group. Although it is not a mandatory group, but uh, because this there are some material which are some kind of either raw material or some kind of bought out material. So from which area or when what kind of procurement will be applicable for that, this purchasing group is ticked or the value is written here. But because we are now talking about only the finished good material, this has been kept blank. So when you mention the purchase group, it is for the anything which is used for the purchasing purpose. That material has to be mentioned there actually. After that, you need to also think of there is something called MRP group. MRP group is that when you mention the MRP plan, that particular MRP plan has got two components to be mentioned. One is MRP type, another is MRP group. So in MRP type, define we normally define in MRP type we normally define that uh, whether whether it will be the standard material resource planning program will be applicable, or depending upon the customer's requirement some other special programming to be done for the planning. Those kind of detail you can mention. So the default is always PD. If you write PD, that is the standard MRP production. PD means this is production. It can be actually produced in a standard way, so PD may come. If you want some portion to be produced by factory, some portion to be outsourced to something, you can define another MRP type, and that particular code can come here actually. Then you can, another important area is ABC indicator. ABC indicator is, see, there are some material which are very crucial for the purpose of delivery of the material. So when you are it may so happen that those are your top best selling item. So you cannot afford to fail customers demand for those items. So you can mention those items in A category. ABC indicator. B may be some other material. They are also important, but they are not as important as customer. So even if this material is not there, the production can still happen on sales call component. And C is the least important material. So you can say A, B, C, then N may be the new material. That means this material I am selling, but this has not yet been tested in market. So that is called N. S is something which is specific to the customer's requirement we are meeting. So like that you can decide. There can be some buffer stock you need to mention for the some kind of material. Those can be D or S kind of material. D kind of material can there. So this ABC indicator gives you opportunity to keep that particular kind of thing there. Then there is something called MRP controller. MRP controller is something which is actually so if you want to run a MRP plan, there are certain structure of the machines or certain structure of the units to work in a particular sequence. So suppose the finished good in my previous example of doing the fastener and screw, if they in other chapters where I have told that some routing has to be defined for a particular kind of production to happen. Now for that those kind of thing, for those routing to happen, every routing will require the raw material or the semi-finished material to act upon. Now for that those materials are to be planned in such a way for that MRP plan to size that. So those are defined by the MRP controller, and you can actually mention the controller figure. In SAP, everywhere you prepare a table inside that and you detail in that particular and that particular code you mention here, it will pick from that particular table and it will supply that information to the program as required actually. So MRP controller will come there. Then there is lot size. Lot size is if you are to buy this any material, what is the minimum lot you need to buy? So you can actually put that lot size there. There are other field, like one of the area is actually plant specific status. So if this is in set, it indicates that for a particular plant, this can be used for testing or it's going to be discontinued. You can do that. There can be reorder point. So I go back where I can show where reorder point is there. Here there is something called reorder point. Reorder point. So reorder point means you have actually, reorder point means it is very simple because you have actually created a MRP plan for similar kind of production schedule some time back. Now you are just repeating that as soon as the value goes down, you have to reorder on that and run that MRP plan again. For that, reorder plan has to be done. You can also mention the planning cycle. Planning cycle is for the purpose of if you are doing assigning this material in a particular planning cycle. So whenever the MRP will run, it will take priority and it will use this material for that purpose. You can mention the minimum, maximum lot size, fixed lot size, ordering cost, rounding profile, everything here actually, so that you can run when the material is picked up for the purpose of production. These data can be take over there. You see there are many other assembly scrap you can mention. You can mention the stock level, storage cost, all these things you can take over here and it will be used for the production. So this is one important view which is MRP view. The next important view is MRP view 2. So MRP view 2, the mandatory data are procurement type. So MRP view 2 is more for the purpose of doing the purchase perspective. MRP view 1 more from the production perspective. MRP view 2 is more from the purchase perspective. So the procurement person, whenever they are using a material which is for the purpose of buyout, they have to define what kind of procurement type is there. Then you have to define which storage location the material will be after procuring the material, it will be assigned to which production storage location. So for instance, take an example of a paint company. A paint company buys let's say I'm sorry, not paint company. Take an example of a car company. They use paint for painting their for the steel. So those paint when they are buying for which particular production storage they are buying the paint, they can assign that and you can mention that production storage location here. Then, as I told you, there are in procurement there are other items are also critical. One is the good receipt processing time. I told in the type of in the chapter 4 when I was talking about the module, I told that the in production to pay process, creating the good receipt is an important step because based on that you are going to pay your vendor. Now, how much time you are going to do the good receipt, you can mention there GR processing time. You can also do the margin key over there, that what is the time, what is the time you are going to for a particular order, what kind of float you need to create and what kind of customizing and supplying for the MRP controller or PP administrators to be connected, you can mention there. Then you can mention their batch entry. Batch entry means for a particular batch module, what is the batch determination value will come there, you can mention there. You can mention the default supply area. Default supply area is in case the supply, if you define this, there will be proposed supply of material. It is mostly used for the Kanban type of material. So Kanban is a Japanese technology by which you can there are many configuration in manufacturing. One can be JIT, one can be Kanban. JIT means just in time. Kanban is where you are continuously doing improvement. So those kind of detail you can do that. Now another important thing is backflash. Backflash means there are some production happens when the last production happens automatically many the previous sections, the raw materials or the semi-finished materials are already consumed. That is called backflash. So you are actually producing one item and whatever required for the production, the raw material and all are automatically gets consumed. So those backflash data you can mention here. So you can see these views are extremely critical. Views are extremely critical and we need to give attention to the all these views which will be important for us to handle actually. We will come to the MRP view 3. In MRP view 3, it is actually used for the purpose of the FICO module. Previously, I was the MRP 1 for the SD module, MRP 2, MRP 1 for the SD for the production planning module, MRP 2 was for the module, MRP view 3 is for the FICO module. Because when you are doing some kind of planning of the material with reference to the procurement and costing in a particular fiscal year or in a particular time of the in a particular time frame of the year where this cost will be accounted for, you can mention all of them. You can mention the fiscal year period indicator here, you can mention the consumption method here, you can mention the consumption period over here, and automatically those data will be taken care. So what is period indicator? Period indicator is it will be taken whether the material will be planned for the or forecast for the purpose of monthly forecast, weekly forecast or yearly forecast or daily forecast. So you can mention that using the period indicator. The strategy group is where you can actually you can set to whether the material is make to stock or make to order. So I will explain what is make to stock and make to order. Make to order is when a customer is giving us order, we are producing something and delivering him. That is make to order. Make to stock is we produce irrespective of customer's order and create a buffer stock. Whenever the order of the customer comes, I simply take out the material and give him. That's called make to stock. So whether which strategy material will be used, that we can mention here using that material stock or make to stock, make to order, whatever is that you can mention here. Then you can also go there consumption mode. Consumption mode is that how system will it will consume in the backward mode. That is sales order will come, dependent requirements will come, reservation will come, then it will consume, or it will consume in the forward mode. That is you will actually consume the material first, then you will order the material to be purchased actually. So all these things you can mention in this particular area actually. And MRP 4 view, which is important for two area. If you are, one is that selection method. So if you are using bill of material I explained in one of my chapter, where for any finished good when you are producing, you need to have the bill of material for the purpose of to ascertain what are the raw materials are going into it, what are the sequence they are going, and what are the quantity or the proportion of the raw material will be used. That is called the bill of material. Now if something is used for the purpose of bill of material, you can select there, you can put a figure there, 1 2, and automatically, or tick mark you can give, it will automatically decide. So once you decide the selection method, you can also give that how much scrap will be allowed, how much component scrap you will take there, you can tick mark there. Then there is something called whether the material is discontinued. So in SAP, you can actually mention the material for the purpose of discontinue for the purpose of procurement, or discontinue for the purpose of production, or discontinue for the purpose of buying, for the purpose of delivery. Those things you can write here. The discontinue indicator you can give there. Then you can also give SLOC MRP indicator. This is one of the very powerful indicator, because what it will do, that it is actually the MRP, when the MRP is run, some of the material it will pick up from different storage location. Now in which storage location, which area this material is kept, that will pick up from there, and it will play a major role in availability to planning. SAP has a method by which it can define the availability to planning, and in availability to planning, these sales order, these SLOC MRP indicators play very important role actually. So the availability to planning and sales order SLOC indicator you can put over there actually. Then you can also mention the work scheduling view. I'm not going into detail now, because uh, or maybe I will go this. Okay, let's finish this also, then I will go to the next break. So work scheduling view, this is actually very important configuration. So this is work scheduling view is important, because when you are doing a availability planning or the capacity planning of the product, you need to find out that how many amount of material in which batch, this has to be planned for optimum delivery to the customer. So maintaining the work scheduling view, SAP provides you a few parameters which are mandatory. One is that production schedule profile, PT0 is mandatory. Here you can actually decide whether the goods will be received automatically, whether it will be based on the consumption, those kind of thing you can mention here. And the PP consultant, based on the PP consultant's configuration, those data you can mention here. Then you can also mention under delivery tolerance. Define allowed percentage quantity to be under delivered. Over delivery tolerance. Over delivery tolerance is allowed for quantity exceeding for production. So what is under delivery? When you are actually buying some material or producing some material, you actually have to do a quality cycle and find out that how much material you will allow to, suppose I'm just giving one a rudimentary example. You have ordered to buy, let's say, 1 kg of iron ore, or 1 ton of iron ore. Now when it is 1 ton, it's not necessary that always it will come 1000 kg only. It can be 1005 kg, it can be 995 kg. If it is 1005 kg, then it will go for under delivery tolerance. It will go for over delivery tolerance. That means you will allow 5% more, so 1005 kg come. If it is 5% less, probably then under delivery tolerance will come into picture actually. So those things will come. Then you can also mention here whether what is the setup time for the MRP run, how many time you will require to actually manufacture the material or produce the material. That setup time you can give. Processing time is to produce one base quantity, how many processing time you are going to allow this. So this kind of thing, it will allow you that to find out what is the efficiency of the material in the area actually. So I will stop here. Maybe the remaining few areas, that plant data reading views, I will describe in the next video actually. Thank you. Thanks for hearing.